What's good in the YouTube? This is Crazy Samurai71 here bringing us another video. Today I'm bringing us a video on the Beast Morphers Zord toys. So they finally revealed the toys, what their names are, how much they're going to cost, and how they're going to be released. All that information was finally revealed. Now, as some people know, there are 5 main Zords in the initial assortment. They finally have the names for them. So the Red Ranger Zord is the Beast Racer Zord, the Blue Ranger Zord is the Beast Wheeler Zord, and the Yellow Rangers is the Beast Chopper Zord, and the Gold Rangers is the Beast Wrecker, and the Silvers is the Beast Chopper. Jet, sorry, Jet. So the way that this is working is, you may think to yourself, are they going to release it as one set of 3 and then one set of 2? Or are they going to release them individually, or how is it going to work? They're going to be releasing them individually, and each Zord has its own price, though 3 of them share the same price, and 2 of them share the same price. So we'll get into that. So the Red Ranger Zord, which is the Beast Racer, is a triple changer, and the Gold Rangers is also a triple changer, and both of those are going to cost $30 a piece. The Yellow, Blue, and the Silver Ranger Zords are double changers. So that's the Wheeler, the Chopper, and the Jet are going to cost $25 a piece. In total, if you buy all 5 of them, which will allow you to form the Beast X Ultra Zord, you will be spending $150. Now you may think to yourself, is that a lot? Is that small? How is that as far as pricing? It's pretty good. It's not like really, it's not necessarily super cheap, but it's not over the top expensive either. It is important to note that, again, they're releasing them individually, which means that, first of all, with the pricing that they're going for, that each of these Zords probably has a decent amount of quality to them, and when you look at them, they actually do look pretty good. Now, again, these are just stock images, so for all we know, looking at them in real life might look very different, and again, they haven't really shown any footage of what it's going to look like in real life yet. They've only shown images online of the forms. The only one that they miss really to show forms of is the Gold Rangers. Gold Rangers is the only one that they only show one form of. They only show the Wrecker form, but Gold Ranger is supposed to actually have 2 other forms, as we know. One's supposed to be like another kind of beetle or scarab, similar to like the Silver Rangers one, and also a robot form, but they only showed off one form for Gold for some reason. Silver, they showed off both forms, the scarab and the robot, and the Jet. Blue has the gorilla and the regular robot, and the regular robot form. The Wheeler form, which is like the vehicle form, and Yellow's is a helicopter and a rabbit, and Red's is a what do you call it? It's a cheetah, a car, a race car, and a robot. So again, very cool. $150 total. These are also not going to be releasing, none of them are going to be releasing until fall, which is important because typically, with Bandai America, they would typically try to release Zords earlier, like they would try to release them before the show released or before the show came back on. In this case, they're waiting till the fall, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it is interesting to note that, and that means that you'll right from the start of getting them be able to form the Beast X Ultra Zord or the Beast X Megazord. So both are available to you right at the start of when they finally release. Now, my opinion on this is okay. This is not particularly my first choice of how to release these Zords. I think that in some ways it would have been better had they released them separately, like do the main 3 first and then do Gold and Silver in the fall. That would have been much more logical in my opinion, but at the same time, I'm not complaining overall. The season's not supposed to release till March, and we finally got that confirmed now, and I'll be discussing that in another video separate from this because that just got released. But I'm just giving you guys a heads up that it is a bit odd with the release date, but at the same time, I want to see what happens, and for all we know, this could be a good thing. Most likely, it's just going to be these 5 Zords for the season, and then if they do a follow-up season, which they likely will do, because there are more Zords that are still in the show that haven't been shown off as far as how they're going to look. I would imagine we'll finally get to see what the other Zords will look like as far as merchandise goes, because there's still another Zord or two that they need to do, depending on what they decide to do. Because again, there's also one that was movie exclusive, and if they decide to release that as a toy, that's a whole other thing as well, and we'll have to wait and see about that. And then there's also an additional Zord that they haven't shown anything about really yet, so we'll have to wait and see. Overall, though, I am excited for these Zords. They do look very good. The details are pretty accurate on them. Sure, there could be more stickers and more details added onto them, but I think in general they look really, really good, and I'm excited to see them in the show. And also, I'm definitely considering getting these just because of the quality. The one complaint a lot of people have had about these Zords regarding the stock images especially is that the Blue Rangers one has the gorilla standing up, which is weird because it's not meant to really do that. The way it should have been posed is where the body was slouched over and more like where it's on its fist, like a gorilla should be. And in this case, they have it standing upright, which is weird. So again, we'll have to wait and see. I would imagine that they'll have it where you can pose it as a gorilla, but that's about it for me. So please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I'd love to know your guys' opinions about this. Are you excited for Power Rangers Beast Morphers? Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. So until then, guys, I'm Crazy Samurai 21, and goodbye, guys.